Hello there. Welcome to the second blueprint reseller video. The last video got a ton of funny comments from actual resellers saying that I'm gonna buy from the resellers to not give this guy a profit. So yeah, I thought let's make a second one now, and this one I have a few more interesting things because I've been contemplating uploading this video because of a lot of random stuff's been happening to me. So I'll put it at that. But I want to make this video because of two people now have freaked out at me. They kind of threw a temper tantrum at me and then just commented on a ton of my videos and then got themselves muted and banned from Oak Market. So yeah, there's that. So I thought might as well get into the actual groups of resellers because there's quite a few groups now. The main one I'm not going to name because I don't want them to know that we're on to them, but we are. We're actually on all of the resellers right now too. We know a ton, so trust me, if you're a reseller, we know who you are. As that's not a threat, don't worry. We can't do anything right now because Hoover won't add the stupid ban thing. Also, a few comments that said that I was crying over a stupid game. I'm crying. Yeah, I'm crying right now, man. The reason why I made that video is because, bro, I made these. Why would I want them to be resold? And then someone else said, you need more money, bro? You have a ton of money already. I still made them. Why wouldn't I want you to sell them, even though I made them? What sense does that make? So yeah, there's me waffling for a second. We're gonna go to a funny little interaction I had recently. So let's go to that. Okay, so if you don't know what this is Oak Market. I have my blueprints all right here for sale. This is the second one I made because the first one, you know how that ended. That has a whole video on it. But I mean, the second one because I thought, I know a lot more about resellers now. I can obviously prevent a ton of them. So, and that's how I found this funny little guy right here. First thing he does is pings me and says, still selling the Porsche 911 3 RS. And then pings me again, a couple hours later, because I was at school at the time, actually. And then pings me again while I'm still in school. When can we buy? To buy my cars, you need active goober or higher. That's the only something I'm doing with my cars because it helped the last time. At the time, he didn't have it, so well now he does, obviously. And then how you do that? I told him talk a lot. He says bruh because how you checkpoints. I did it for him. And then you're halfway. Bruh, crying face. Why do we need active goober? Even though I'm pretty sure I said that already. It says up there actually on the very top. Could I please buy in now? I will give you extra 100K. This is the first thing this is the first reason why I thought he was a reseller, because of no one would pay more money to avoid one of the restrictions I have. So, I just saw that and saw it switches or whatever. And then he says, I said it helps prevent resellers. And then there's where I said, and we should not want to give it to you. Bruh. It is my dream can, man. If you look at his profile, you got the Porsche logo there. Yeah, pretty cool. And then let's go back down now. All right, and then he's a couple hours later. Well, I think it's a couple hours later actually. Bro, I am so close to reaching active goober. And then when he finally does reach it, can I buy now? And then I said yeah in 10 minutes. I was busy at the time. And then can I buy now? I said yeah, sure. And then this is when I record the entire thing. So if you're interested in watching that entire clip, I'll post it in the link in the description if you want to watch that. It's 2 minutes long. It's just an unedited version of it, except the part where I edit out at the very end because, But then he says, yeah, so you're able to join links. And then during that whole process, I tell him, I can't sell that to you because you're a reseller. He had a tank for one of my friends named Cloaker, and he had that and didn't know that. Well, that's what they always say. They always say, I don't know that I wasn't allowed to resell it because they were given to someone that said they can resell it, even though they weren't allowed to resell it. So I noticed that and said, hey, that's resold. You can't resell that too. It's like, oh, okay. And I told him he can't buy it, and he starts freaking out. And then he says, bro, no one is resell. It's even at 100 muffin. Why are you so worried about it? Why do you think? I've had a huge problem with resellers in the past. And then he does this crap. You shop so bad anyways. The only thing good was the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Bro, just because I didn't let you buy it doesn't mean you have to insult my work. Let's see some of your builds. I hit back at him because I do that a lot. And then I ping Cloaker, his name's Ugg, on the server. And then he tries buying back the blueprint that he made himself, which is kind of funny. And then I ping Daily because, you know, obviously he's going to do a ton of stuff. And then, please don't insult people just because they refuse service to you. And then after that, he decides, oh, let's just go to 100 Muffin's server and let's post the thing saying, your stop's so bad, the only thing you have there is 911 DRS. And then he says, F you, bud, or something like that. And then goes to my comment section, posts on 2 of my videos, and says the exact same thing, don't buy from him, he's annoying, or whatever, because I didn't sell to him. And this is the first time it happened. However, it happened again. I will not be giving that person credit, because I'm not going to show them off again, because it's all they want. They want attention. So I'm not going to give them that, but yeah. So after all that, well, before all this actually happened, I had a interview with one of the people at Nora's Discord server. His name, I'm not going to say because we're all in the works right now. We're trying to get things sorted out. So Hoofer, please join that server. We need you in there. We have so much evidence. You are always saying that you need evidence to ban these people. We have it all. If you want to go in there, it's all there. But yeah, I had an interview with one of them. So let's cut to that. Hello and welcome to the first interview for the Blueprint Resellers. I'm here with one of the people that help run Nora's server. I'll be asking a few questions. You ready?
Yep.
Alright. So the first question is, what's one way we can help the devs make reselling bannable?
As all of us members of Nora, we've all kind of came to an agreement that there needs to be some form of system, especially a system as in like that we know they can develop, and it's by making to where blueprints cannot be like copied and then given to other players unless you were the original owner. So that's like one of the like 15 different ways that we have, you know, talked about ways to prevent reselling, and there's a bunch of other ones, but we can't really get into it at this given second because a lot of them are still things that we're testing.
Yep.
But that's the only one that I can really talk about at this given moment.
Yeah. And then our next question is, have you ever had any of your blueprints resold?
I do not create blueprints myself. I am like everybody else on the server and friends with a lot of people who make blueprints. So I've only just seen their blueprints be resold, or, you know,
like me.
Pretty much just, yeah, like you. But me, myself, I do not make blueprints.
Alright. What is Nora?
Let me pull that up. So Nora is a support and safety bot created by the one and only Lily. She is the creator and developer, and Newfound is also one of the developers who helps house and code Nora. Nora was basically created to support Oakland, the Oakland's marketplace. It's to help builders like report their builds and report people that they feel that could potentially be a reseller, to kind of make other people aware. Is to help, yeah, pretty much that. I mean,
Alright.
it's just a system for users in a structured, private, and transparent way to kind of report these people. She collects and processes all the data in the background. We also then go through and scour through all the data that she collects from, like, let's say you, who has created a ticket, and then we then take that evidence, it goes through our system, and then we scour the oak market with Nora, and then we also scour players' bases with the help of Nora and her compatibilities that I can't really talk about. Then you can also, Nora is a way to kind of give builders a sense of just straight up just protection, because of the commands that she can run to give information to these builders to know who they're selling to and to not sell to, really.
Yep. Aren't you also able to put that in your own server too? Or is that just something else?
Yes, Nora is a bot that can be put into other servers. We're trying to implement it in a bunch of other servers currently. The only thing is trying to get those people to feel trusted with the bot, because obviously this bot is something that needs access to the admin privileges in order to run effectively.
Yep.
And we were trying to get it to be a TD official bot in their servers, where we run it, but they host it through their server so other people can use it. But that's kind of tail end, and we're trying to figure out ways to continue processing that.
Come on, Hoover.
Well, we had the one and only left fire in here. We had Mr. Colt himself, but there was a situation of falling out between us and him. So now we have to go to the big man.
Yep.
In order to get anything done. So, but Nora's basically just a bot used for builders and trusted builders in the community to know who they're selling to, who cannot sell to, and steer clear of.
Yep. Alright, so our next question is, how can joining the Discord server help fellow builders feel more safe about reselling their blueprints?
Well, I've kind of already covered that.
Yep.
But it's like I said, it's just to give the builders the ability to know who has resold, who potentially might be a reseller, by asking one of the very few moderators in the server, because we keep a ticket-based system through Nora on a large variety of players that we either come across or people have reported, and they are actively either being still investigated, already done investigated, or still just needing a little bit more evidence in order to throw them on the blacklist.
Alright. Now let's move on to some actual evidence and some funny moments from the last video, aka the comments. Let's go. Alright, wasn't that just a delight? An awesome little interview with one of the people at Nora's group. So again, if you want to join that server, the link is in the description as well. I advise any people who sell blueprints to go on that server just to see who's blacklisted. That's the best way you can figure out if people are resellers. Yeah, even if you're a reseller, you should go in there too. We have a place where you can apply to be taken off that list if you want. If you believe you are not a reseller, we know you are. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching this really long video, and I'll catch you in Blueprint Resellers 3.